You're listening to Views from the Bridge, your second favorite podcast about your favorite team, the Philadelphia Union. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Views from the Bridge, your second favorite podcast about your soccer team, the Philadelphia Union. It's getting bad, guys. It's getting bad. But Chuck, Evan, how are you guys doing tonight?
Hey.
Yeah, I mean, we're here. We're so enthusiastic to talk about your Philadelphia Union. They've had such a great
I have a bit of an epiphany, I think.
Kevin Sullivan. He's great.
Kevin Sullivan's great. My epiphany is that I think you can really test the level of friendship of a group of people that are on a podcast based on whether or not they still do it when there's really nothing that anyone wants to talk about. So we've dedicated ourselves to doing whatever this is going to be for the next half hour or whatever, and we're going to put it out to the greater public for reasons that we're not really sure what. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we're going to have any,
we're committed to chatting with each other.
Proper epiphanies or anything here. I think it's just going to be,
I guess.
Yeah.
Good. We all know that we're alive
this
week.
Is basically just become our weekly vent session about a life that has, in different ways, turned us all into Philadelphia Union fans.
Good. I'm a little glad that Paul's not here, not because we don't love him, but we don't need to have four people being weirdly introspective about the soccer.
It's been a while since we've had to deal with this.
It's true. It's true. I Existentialism and You, the Philadelphia Union podcast, is the working title of the show.
All right, so we are 6 games into this MLS season plus 4 CONCACAF Champions something or other Cup League game into the season. The Union have won a grand total of 2 of those games against a team from Trinidad.
0 of them against real teams.
Yeah.
Other than that, they have not won a game. Go ahead, Chuck. I don't know where I was going with this.
Well, I'm going to say some of this is your fault, Justin.
Wow.
Why is this my fault?
Taking back the thing I said earlier.
Because you and I quote, when this lineup dropped, if we don't win or draw with this lineup, we might be cooked. And boy, are we.
Justin, good news.
I wasn't lying, I guess. That's the positive of it, is I wasn't lying.
Doesn't feel like a lot of might
you
be.
You weren't. Because like, this is the best. I mean, it's pretty close to the best lineup that the Union can put out right now. Because the only thing that you would potentially change is Frankie Westfield actually playing right back and putting Philippe at left back. Since, we can't actually call for Indiana Vasilov not starting games, because apparently that's impossible.
Right.
Well, we could call for it. Whether that actually happens is a whole different story.
Yes.
Okay, so I was thinking about this episode, trying to figure out what we're going to talk about. So I quickly sorted Football Reference, FBref, to MLS competitions, and flip through all 16 of the Union seasons to do some quick and dirty research. The last time,
oh dear,
if you were wondering, we are now on the team's longest losing streak in club history. They have never lost 6 games in a row in MLS season play. And then going back, the second longest streak of that nature was 2 years ago in 2024. We lost 5 games in a row, and then drew a 0-0 game against New York Red Bull, and then came back and lost 2-1 to Toronto. So we kind of lost 6 in a row with a draw in between. Now here's the difference. Here's what I was gonna bring to light. Right now in this MLS season, the Union have 4 goals, and they've given up 7. In that same streak of 6 games, or in that same streak of 6 losses in the middle of 2024, the Union had scored 10 goals, and they had given up 18 goals. So I think, and I'll tell you, we gave up 2 to Inter Miami, 4 to Cincinnati, 4 to Montreal, and 4 to Chicago Fire. How do I put this? There was
8
at least
players have
hope in
outscored
that
the Union.
season. What?
8 players have outscored the Union.
I guess
and one of them is Julian Hall.
Here was my thought on that same streak. There was at least hope in the middle of the 2024 season that the Union were scoring goals. It was like, if they could ever just play defense during that streak of time, and I probably could go back to our episodes that we record during that time, we're probably like, oh, if they could play defense, we'd actually be okay because we're scoring goals.
Yeah.
We're just not playing defense. This season we're doing neither one.
Yep. Although, I mean, I will say, outside of one player who is breaking my brain right now, the defense is doing kind of better than you would expect them to be doing, considering the lack of offense. There's just a lot of pressure that they're being put under. But, like, I don't know what's happened to Makanya at all. And because it's one thing, you know, with Jacob Glussis leaving, like, yeah, we lost a lot of leadership. Kai Wagner leaving, like, yes, big hole. But, like, the steps back and the just strange mental errors that he is making every game, I just don't get. And, like, I understand, yes, progress isn't linear with young players, like, blah, blah, blah. But, like, these aren't things that defenders generally do as they gain experience, because experience is supposed to make you better at defending.
Well, and it would be one thing if it looked like they were stretching play and, like, trying to score more, or, like, taking more risks, or, like, playing more of that, like, loose, like, Carnell, you know, you press to death, but then people are just finding way through your lines, and you just get broken down. Like, this just looks like a bunch of mental lapses. And to your point, Chuck, like, that doesn't feel like stuff that you just forget how to do as a defender. To, like, that magnitude for, like, 2 months. And I think you can make the argument that, like, Makanya eventually was going to be in a leadership position with this team, but, like, maybe not this year. I think it was kind of now or never for selling Glesnes for sure, and then probably, like, this was the last year you could have that kind of interest in Kai Wagner and not have him get pissed off if you don't move him. Like, I think if you tried to hold on to Kai another year, I don't know why I'm defending the front office, but I think logistically, like, from a player standpoint, if I was Kai, you're not keeping me, and I'm not being professional if this happens to me again.
And to be fair, like, Kai's never particularly been professional when a transfer window was open anyway.
Correct, but then he at least kind of shut up.
Yeah.
But
so,
this
and
cataclysmically bad.
Yeah, and especially, like, considering that there was at least a concerted agreement between the front office and him that if an appropriate offer came in this time, that they would let him go. And they don't. You do kind of have to do that. And when we looked at the transfers, like, none of them, like, they all made sense on paper. Right. The Union got fair value for the players outgoing.
Yep.
And it seemed like they were bringing in players that would help. But then when we look at that lack of goals, and one Ezekiel Alado.
And Chuck, thank you for kind of teeing me back up. I don't even care about the production of the player. I care about the attitude of the player. And when you have a bunch of kids that don't really have professional experience, and then Indiana Vasilev and Alejandro Bedoya, who are not the most confrontational guys, as far as we know, with their own teammates, and you bring somebody in who apparently doesn't really care, I am now of the mindset that if in the summer this doesn't get any better, you do anything to Alado to get him out the door, and I don't care if that's taking on 100% of his salary and loaning him to Union Omaha and letting them buy him for $5. And then if Carnell doesn't get any better, you go, great, both of you are gone. and then you kind of retool in the summer and go from there. But yeah, I think it's weird from a technical, like, player standpoint that Makanya has been this lax during play. But I also think there's a couple things that you're like, well, he doesn't really have a great example on the back line of like an old dude that can do this.
Yeah, but MLS to MLS trades. I know that the Union have done more of those, but like MLS to MLS trades, draft picks, we don't do that here.
You're right. We don't.
Agreed, Justin.
We don't.
Again, I think it's crazy that one of your better forward options has been another child.
And there were plenty of free agent center backs that the Union could have and should have added. And instead, it is entirely inexperienced center of the defense.
And I guess what's interesting about that is, like, can you go out and get a Damian Lowe type player, somebody who maybe is sitting around right now because they're not playing, and convince them they want to play half a year to help this defense along?
I mean, probably, but at that point, it doesn't matter. Like,
well, and then
I would make the argument you brought in can't get worse.
Well,
well, I guess yes. It when you are the wooden spoon leaders.
Yeah.
Yes, you are correct. It actually cannot get worse than where the Union are right now. This, because, like, to put this into perspective, Orlando has a minus 18 goal differential.
Yeah.
And have allowed 23 goals, more than double the amount of the Union. And they still have a win this season.
More than triple the
I
amount
guess
of the Union this season.
The only saving grace, I guess, that you have is the Union are only 6 points out of a playoff spot.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I do think this team is still better than Orlando, and I do think this team is still better than Montreal. And, like, at least we're not about to maybe backdoor our way into playing in a new stadium in Sacramento because it's untenable to continue operating as a franchise where we are based. I don't want that, but... No, and the hard pitch for bringing in a free agent is also, you're not just asking them to do a bit for half a year. You're asking them to do a bit where it looks like they're going to need to be in pretty good shape or get there pretty quickly, and that's going to take some time. Because even year to year, the new guys that we bring in take a minute to adjust to just what this system is. And, like, God love I was going to say Matt Bessler, but, like, who's an old center back that still plays? Like, I guess if Walker Zimmerman, thank you, was free... great minds. Like, he's not just going to come in and immediately be able to move the ball and run like that and play for 60 minutes. So do you want to bring in a guy on like a half-year loan, but then only get, 4 months out of it? Oh, and then there's that World Cup break. What does that look like? It's tough. It sucks. There's really no, like, other than... Eventually, someone will have to have pride, and this will look better. There's really no quick fix for what we're doing here, which is at least not conceding 24 goals, but, like, it doesn't look good at all. It's very anti-football, which is exciting.
It's tough because, like, you think that, like, well, it's just very annoying because just so much goes back to Indiana Vasilev.
Yeah.
And I know that he gets a lot of criticism, but he shouldn't be an out-and-out starter playing 70-plus minutes for this team every week.
Yeah.
And there's no reason, given what we've seen, that Kevin Sullivan shouldn't be on one side with Milan Ilyaski on the other.
Yep.
And until proven otherwise, like, Stas has to be the other forward.
Can I give a counterpoint to that, though?
Please.
Your shots on target leader of this team right now is one Indiana Vasilev.
I don't care.
And if you can't score goals, you can't put shots on target, you can't score goals.
I do need how does that compare to like actual expected goals?
I don't have
Yeah,
XG
Justin,
pulled up right now, so
if you can eventually pull up who leads in XG, that would be something, or someone.
I can have it pretty quickly.
Because what's weird for the data nerds, I think, and this is where I guess we can finally have the eye test versus analytics discussion for the first time in the history of this podcast. The XG and the data are like okay.
Yeah. So he is.
Oh no.
I mean, well, the funny thing is, this is just more depressing because, Milan Ilyaski is the leader in XG for the team with a 1.88 from 20 shots, 4 of which he has put on target. None of this is surprising because he's just a gunner who's going to run hot and cold.
Yeah.
Indiana Vasiliev is number 2.
Whoops.
They 1.25 from 6 shots, 4 of which he has put on goal. Followed by Nathan Harriel.
Yes.
Is that why he got the new contract?
Probably.
He deserved the contract. Like, I'm not going to.
Sorry, that was cynical. We're very happy for Nate. Good for him. We appreciate when people that we like as people can keep doing this thing professionally.
Hey, listen. The point about Nate. The point I was going to make about Nate. One of the things that the Union faithful this season have been saying is, why can't the Union hold on to their homegrowns? Well, Nathan Harriel is still around, my guys.
Yeah, and he has like 35 caps with the men's national team now.
But when you get to forwards, and like forwards that actually play the 9, and this is a big one because Bruno Damiani has a 1.10 XG. He's taken 11 shots, has 0 shots on target.
He hasn't put a shot on frame yet?
That is correct.
Dude.
This is only MLS play because CONCACAF Champions Cup
doesn't count.
Just for what we've done does not matter.
Yeah, we played a team of us, basically. It's not.
And it's annoying because the Club America games were the most positive games of the season, and even that has been destroyed.
Yes. The stat that I was going to bring up that I think is crazy is out of your out and out forwards, they have a grand total, the 5 of them, when you talk about Damiani, Alado, Stas, Jakupovic, and Sal Olivas. The 5 of them have a grand total of 1 shot on target.
And that's Stas.
And it's Stas.
Oh, we're fucked.
It's funny because No, go for it, Justin.
I was going to say, Anello has 7 shots and 3 of them on target. Now, I don't know that any of his... he got 1 to go in. I don't know that any of them have been super, great chances. But, he's got 1 that at least hit the back of the net. So that is one forward who has actually scored.
Yeah, I mean, he does... he's in the same Ilyaski, he just tries stuff.
Yeah.
And it does seem like it'll be mostly fine. Your eventual lineup, if you can defend decently enough, probably has him and Ilyaski in it, because none of these 9s have done anything to say that you should be playing 2 of them. And this kind of brings us even back to this. Well, this brings us back a little bit to the concern of buying Damiani in the first place.
Yes.
With his penalty inflated numbers coming to the Union. And it's like, well, what has he actually done in open play? And it's like, well, do you really want to know? Not much. And then last season, you saw, the process, but it was still really, how much is he really doing outside of generating space for having another forward in Baribo be able to actually score?
Well,
and now that other forward isn't scoring, it's like, this is bad.
Well, because really your other, and I think Stas can do this, and I think Malik can do this, so it's not, and I think even Sal can do this, but right now no one's stretching play for Bruno. he wants to get the ball and he wants to hold the ball and he wants to do all those intangibles, and that's cool. And it's good we have a guy that can do that. But there's no one to play off of him.
Yeah. I think the only non-Sullivan that can stretch the field is Anello.
I think Anello can do it, and I think we've seen Milan do it, but not the way that he's being asked to do it here, necessarily. Because, I mean, he was cleaning up as a second forward a bunch in San Diego, but, like, that was a different system.
I mean, I think the other thing is, I think when Frankie is consistently playing right back, he actually looks really, really good. The problem is, every other game he's flipping sides of the field,
right,
and can't figure out exactly what he needs to be doing, in the fact that he's 20 years old.
Yeah. Wait, you're saying that you shouldn't put too much on the shoulders of young players, despite being a team that has prided themselves on bringing young players along appropriately?
I think there's a difference between putting too much on his shoulders and asking him to literally do too many things. I think he has the mental capacity, and I wish I've talked to him more, but I think he has the mental capacity, and I think he has the knowledge and the physical toughness to, if you just said you are the right back on this team, go, that's great. But now you're doing, you are the right back on the team unless we want you at center mid because you look good there, and then, ooh, hey, sorry, we're a little thin, we're going to move you over to the other side of the field. And now it has to be, again, I wish I had a better frame of reference for Frankie Westfield, the human being, but that's optimistic at best. Like, that's got to be a weird confidence thing for him.
I just thought that we already knew that if we had to get down to an emergency left back, that was Nathan Harriel.
Right.
And I don't understand why we're making another player do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's one of the bright spots in any other week.
To your point, Evan, I think it's interesting because I have the roster pulled up on FBref, which they have all kinds of weird stats on every page you look at.
Sure.
And there is not a single player on this team between the ages of 27 and 35. And so and there's only 2 players who are 26. So there are 2 players between the ages of 25 and 35. And
there is nobody in their peak on this team.
Yeah, but Bedoya and Blake are doing some heavy lifting.
Yes. And that's my point. Is the guys who are 26, are Milan Olaski, who is single-handedly putting shots on target for this team, and Jesus Bueno, who is in cleanup duty in central midfield right now.
Yep.
And arguably been the best midfielder on the team this season.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Another problem.
Point there, Justin. We don't have guys that are at a point in their career, really. I mean, I guess 2. I guess Bueno and Olaski are the guys, but we don't have that Kai Wagner, I am going to play so well here, I will get my move to Europe again so I can go back and maybe try to play in a top 5 league or whatever. And there's some kind of weird personal motivation or some kind of fired up that guys in those positions are that we probably just don't have. Because God love them, I think a lot of our kids want to play for the crest, but they don't really need to play for the money right now.
Colin Sullivan is the only player who plays like that.
And he's gone, by the way.
That's the thing. He's playing to justify, hey, come get me early. This sucks.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. He's playing like a guy who wants to get a couple $1 million, not like a guy who already got. Which is also good for him.
I feel like I end up finding a way to talk about this every week, but I just can't wait until Quinn Sullivan's back.
Yeah, no,
because he's someone who played like that.
Yep.
And he is a player who, from no matter where you have him, if you have him on the wing, if you have him as a forward, if you have him as a central midfielder, he is going to move the ball, put shots on target, keep a defense on their toes. And no one is doing that consistently right now.
I'm sorry. I said there's not that many players, but here's let me go back to what I was looking at for a second here.
Surely
Sherry
Indy's in
Larson.
that.
Sherry
Sure.
Larson turns 26 on Saturday.
Oh,
And,
okay. Happy birthday.
Wait, we have the same birthday?
Maybe. I don't know.
Nice.
If it's Saturday, then it will be us.
Oh, okay.
He is 25 years old. He is 25 years and 364 days old right now, according to FBref.
Yeah.
And Jeremy Raffanello also turns 26 next week as well.
Oh, actually, no. Sari Larson. Oh, God, I hate this so much.
That's okay.
Sari Larson is born 4/10, so the day before me, 2000.
Oh, okay.
Is turning 26.
Oh, that is what that means.
Yes.
That's wild.
Whoops.
Yes. We and the podcast collectively feels old.
Yes, absolutely.
Woof.
Absolutely.
All right, that'll do it for this week at VFTB Pod. Tell us how old you are. Make us feel better. No. Yeah.
Listen, I don't know. I don't know how to fix this team. I don't know how to fix this team.
I do actually wait, because I feel like we are reaching some kind of conclusion to this podcast. I do like to talk shit on Reddit occasionally for being very doomer, and that's with every Philadelphia sports team, but I think that's also just kind of the ethos of this city as a sports watching area. The best thing I saw was we really need Chris Donovan back because everyone was afraid they were going to get pulled for fucking Chris Donovan, and they couldn't have that. And
No,
because that might we need someone on this team that's so bad that you're like, he's not coming on for me, and I'm happy to do that. I'm available on Saturdays.
I thought things were bad, but that really puts into perspective how bad things are when someone is actually saying, we need Chris Donovan.
Well, no, Chuck, they're not saying that as like we need him to
No, I know.
Okay.
No,
okay.
I know. But like, we were all happy that the union were no longer paying Chris Donovan's salary.
I still am. But
like you had to say that. No, seriously, I really don't want him back.
And I don't know why I keep doing this. It's fine. I am glad that we live in an ecosystem in this country where he can still professionally have a job as a soccer player. And I'm glad we're not responsible for that first part. There is another team in another league in another state that is paying him money where he can theoretically not do another job and still be that bad at soccer.
But, and honestly, I mean, I don't even know how happy Louisville is with this anyway.
They shouldn't
especially
be.
Considering Chris Donovan came and they lost Danny Cruz. And if you can pick one or the other, you keep Danny Cruz.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I think we're just cooked until Quinn's back.
Yeah, it feels right.
And it'll still be pretty bad. But like when you look at the Eastern Conference, if the Union can at least pick up, a point somewhere,
we're right back in it.
What's insane is this is in the league this weekend.
What's insane is this is still probably a playoff team.
Yeah.
Just because like the defense has done enough, and in theory, over the course of the season, at worst, the defense will be average. I don't know if the attack is ever going to come up to being average. I hope they would, but if both of those are average, this is the 8th or 9th place team in the Eastern Conference. Because the other teams are just that bad. And that's the only silver lining. It's just also annoying after last season. Like, this is what last season was supposed to be. And then the Union went and won Supporter Shield and did nothing to get better from that.
Well, addition by subtraction is something.
Well, also, Carnell's not going to be coaching this team by June.
Dang, Chuck, you ruined my next question. That was going to be my question.
Sorry.
If the Union do make the playoffs, is Carnell coaching this team?
Absolutely not. There's a reason why we spent that entire season in hesitation on Bradley Carnell as coach, because we have all seen this before. And when it goes bad, it goes bad.
And it is bad. It is bad. That's the descriptor for the Union right now.
Now, can I tell you who's coaching this team? Nope, but it won't be him.
Danny Cruz.
I mean, I wouldn't be against that. I feel like there aren't many competent coaches that I wouldn't be against. At this point, honestly, does it hurt to give Oscar Pareja a call?
My question, and this is not,
someone has to, you can't answer my question with a question.
Well, hold on.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
It does not. Okay, yeah, here. All right, sorry. Hold on. Yes. Okay, Chuck, fair enough. Thank you. I will answer your question. No, it does not hurt to give Oscar Pareja a call. My second answer to that, which is a question, and this is not just because I like him as a person and have known him for many years. Does it hurt to give Ryan the first team job on an interim basis and then see what your coaching pool looks like next year?
I mean, not necessarily. Like, I'm, of course, always for more LaSalle grads doing actual things in soccer.
Actually, here, Chuck, we're going to recuse ourselves. Justin, does that make sense to you as someone that doesn't have personal tie to Ryan Richter?
My point remains that I made a few minutes ago. It actually can't get worse than what it is right now.
All right.
We're 6 games in and we don't have a point. So I don't know. Like, we bring a coach in and he ties a couple games, and we actually have 5 points 5 games from now.
I hate to do this to you. I do think we have an example of a coach not doing a good job and then getting replaced by someone that does a worse job in recent history. I guess this is more directed at Chuck, but yeah, I think you do have to be a little bit careful at who you bring in to replace somebody. The good news is we're not going to get relegated. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really need to see Oscar Pareja coach the Philadelphia Union. Because I don't really love the way that he thinks that you should play soccer. But then I also really don't know what would happen next year as far as who's available or whatever. And we all know there's many people that are vaguely qualified that could coach this team that have left the organization that would not come back if it stayed the same. So it's.
I mean, I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, we should have been having the conversation of, like, should Marlon LeBlanc be the next man up?
Well, that was another guy I thought about.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, you can go to the USL Eastern Conference and find a lot of former Union coaches, players.
Yeah, most of them. Take your pick.
Actually, yeah. What's James Chambers up to these days?
Nothing. Might be back at St. Pat's. I don't know. I actually looked recently.
Because yeah, I mean, I missed the whole coaching change at Colorado announcement, but then realized, like, oh, he's not there.
Well, it's just Reading United Alumni West.
Yeah,
seriously. I know, but it's even weirder when, like, Bethlehem Steel's finest isn't coaching them.
Yeah, and it just disappeared too.
But truly though,
yeah,
it can't get worse. Technically, in promoting from within, that is how the Union found Jim Curtin in the first place.
Correct.
So there is, but it's just also weird because Union history is not external hires until Carnell. It has always been the assistant or someone cannibalizing the head coach and then going on from there. So in theory, this would be getting back to our roots.
Welcome back.
But
at Noonan.
Like, very much so. I am done with Bradley Carnell.
Yeah, I think if there isn't, like, marked improvement between now and when everyone leaves for a year.
No, I don't want to. I'm done.
Okay. All right.
Because, I mean, what does beating Montreal tell you?
Nothing, but that's what I was going to say. If you don't beat the second worst team in the league, like, if you don't beat the second worst team in the league, okay, there's got to be something. You got to do something.
Oh my God,
yeah,
no.
And I believe, like, 8 games is the MLS worst mark of losses to begin a season.
Guys, I just realized that we have to watch the Union play Montreal, but it's this version of the Union and that version of Montreal. And at our best, we hate watching both these teams play.
Hey, Evan.
Yeah,
No one ever said you have to do anything.
I know.
Our next podcast will actually just be an AI summary of the Union Montreal because none of us were able to bring ourselves to watch it.
I think our next episode should be none of us watch it, and then the first half of the episode we just try to talk about what we think happened, and then we'll have Justin read a recap of the play-by-play and just see how right we are. And we don't have to go 45-45, but like
if we do lose to Montreal, I need to look at what the next game is because we need to live stream us watching it to see if the record happens.
Should I kind of want to try that. One of us tries to recall the game against Montreal this weekend from memory.
Chuck, that would not be a good idea. I don't think.
No.
I think if we live streamed us watching the potential 8th loss of the season in the 8th game of the season, our podcast
against DC
might
United.
It'll be banned into oblivion by
Justin will mysteriously forget to post that.
No, I won't forget to post it, but iTunes will be like, yeah, we're not going to let that happen anymore.
Did you mean to upload 60 minutes of just a beep?
Yes.
Lo-fi censorship noises to study to 1 hour remix. Would just be that
I will
episode.
say, on the bright side, my plan for Saturday afternoon is
wide open.
Copious amounts of drinking to celebrate my birthday. So why not watch the Union Montreal to
gift to yourself?
Set me up for that.
Oh, okay. You're gonna just
giving myself a reason to forget.
Sure. Well, I'm gonna watch it sober. No, I'm actually.
You know what else is happening Saturday? The Masters. So, whether
I was going to say I have a Passover.
Oh, no. See, when I was younger, and this is actually a funny side story.
Better be.
Because, well, my grandmother was a massive Tiger Woods fan.
Okay.
Careful.
So, exactly. The Masters comeback is now turned into 9.
Good choice of words.
There's no choice of words for what the hell Tiger Woods is going through right now, but he was the only person who could make me watch golf.
Sure.
And therefore, instead, I will be subjecting myself to the Philadelphia Union.
Who,
kind of similarly, we have no idea what the hell is happening.
The Union sort of feel like they've been doing a lot of pills.
And just like, that's when it sucks, is like, even off the pitch, it's like, we still have no idea what the hell is happening.
Right.
Like, it used to be, like, sometimes on the pitch, that was the case, but off the pitch, there was a vision.
Yeah. There's not.
All right, before we say anything else terrible about any of that, we should go.
Let us know what you think.
That's what we think. When Tiger Woods gets mentioned on a soccer podcast, it's time to go.
When we get 45 minutes in and start talking about pain relievers as it relates to our second favorite soccer team, then it's probably good there. Thank you for coming. Anyway, tell us how old you are at VFTV Pod, so we can either feel bad that we're literally lowering ourselves into the dirt every day, or take solace that all of you are also decrepit like we are.
Sounds good. All right. See you guys next week.
Or will we? Yeah. Why not?